everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Oilers coming in at 6-3, going up against the Chargers, who come in at 5-4. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the San Diego Chargers and the Houston Oilers.
Let's go! 58!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And getting a look at the Wildcat here.
Here we go!
And he's got some space here. Cut back down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, 2nd to last in the entire NFL. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Allen's got it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw again. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
I really don't know where to go with this one.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough third down.
Detroit! Here we go now. No. Patriot! All right, here we go. 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now they'll run it on the toss. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jonathan Cyprien didn't have a big name coming into the league, but people know who he is now. A very fast center fielder of a safety.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't care how many times you tell the story. it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And they'll go on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Time running out here on the play clock. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. And tough starting field position here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. One man in the backfield is Gordon.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. It's taken to the 26. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The gang of Charger defenders there for the tackle.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
3-2! Let's go! Kill! Hey, turn it up! Let's go!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now on 4th down, Gus Bradley will turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Detroit! Here we go now, Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 34 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. They come up in an offset eye. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is complete. It's Allen. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Here we go. Green 39. Here we go. Green 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now out comes Houston. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Let's go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's third down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Well, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come up in an offset eye.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
2nd down now after the incompletion. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. And the back goes into motion. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Well, this completes to Henry over the middle. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now on 1st down, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Taking it about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But You've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big...
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up.
That's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Let's go. Blue 58.
He'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their big tight end. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. now San Diego getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Let's go. Blue line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 30.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. Pulled in at the 24. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead.
And how about that play right there? 4th quarter, tie game, both sides trying to figure out who's going to make the big play. We just saw it right there in front of us. That's a monster return.
Indeed, breaking that tie with an exclamation mark. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard. Back to the Philly. Here we go. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
left to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for San Diego, first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. That feel pretty good as a defense.
They'll look to throw here. This is Gordon on the dump off. 4 yards on the pickup, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do him much good. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Let's go! Let's go! 58! 58!
Time for a break. We're back to see what happened. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Back to throw here. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to...
And, oh, a crusher weaving through traffic, and now he's free. A great read, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
And now out comes Houston. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Baldwin with it over the middle. And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Halfback sent in motion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use it all the way through. Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Stays on his feet. Cuts back, left sideline. And there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the home team here, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the